everyone's pretty much like, oh, Shang Chi is not ABX meta. And he's probably not. That's not the point of this. I'm kind of curious, though. Maybe he is and it's broken, maybe? So here is Swordmaster leadership. Let me use my Shang Chi rotation. I already forgot to use the 6, so this is actually not a fair rotation for what he's capable of doing. Because I keep forgetting to use the 6 for some reason. Alright, so that's 1.9 million before the first roar, and that's with me screwing up doing his tier 3. So let me do that again. I want to go up to the first roar, because you can really get a feel for the amount of damage output that is being done by the first roar, in my opinion. So let's try that again. Again, this is with Swordmaster's leadership. Yes, there's a team-up bonus, but it shouldn't be too super close to what She-Hulk is doing. And it's as mentioned, this is my rotation. This is not everybody else's, so this is where I'm scoring the most damage with this rotation. So 2 million by first roar, 2.2 million by first roar. And yes, we did delay the roar there, so I'm sure that makes a difference. But I don't know if it should be making this much of a difference. So let's exit and switch up the leadership. We're going to try a few different leads here. Let me try to find, there you go, increase speed. Right? Let's try this out. I anticipate here we're going to still be able to hit about 2 to 2.2 million by the first roar. Using the same rotation. Already screwed it up because I got hit. So we want to give it at least a fair run. We don't want to. Yeah. There we go. All right, so my first roar, this was 1.8 million. So that already seems like it's making a little bit of a difference there. So it is a little less with Gorilla Man. So let's try it again. We will try Goliath, as you suggested. Goliath, though, is going to give a good leadership. So 60% physical, right? No, I do not do 6-4. I can hit 2.3 million, 2 to 2.3 million by first roar by doing this rotation that I'm using. I'll show you my best score here in a second. .1 before first roar. 2.3, and I know it was a delayed roar, but okay, so that seems to be just as much as Swordmaster? Maybe 200k more? I mean, I imagine She-Hulk and I would imagine that that's a lot of time to hold your tier 3. It is. It is. But it seems like... And I'll try some different rotations out with what is suggested out there, Mayhem. Maybe I'll do better. So you asked for Goliath's leadership. So Goliath is 45 instead of 60. So technically, we should see a subtle drop. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. And then we'll use She-Hulk. And I'll show you the full run with She-Hulk. So you can see what score I'm typically getting. And then we will try out a new rotation, Mayhem. There's already 2 million right there. Yeah, it's another delayed roar. 2.3 million again. So we have 60 and 45, both doing 2.3 million. Now let's switch over to She-Hulk. I'd imagine hitting 6 anytime it's ready when 4 is available would be good to not hold tier 3 for that extra 10 or 13 seconds like you did in order to do 6-5 like you were. Fair. And like I said, so let's use the best team and let's try. Go ahead and give me a rotation, Mayhem, or a suggestion on a rotation, and we will try that and compare that to what I'm doing, because I'm all about trying different rotations. So now let's try She-Hulk. She-Hulk's supposed to be the best, right? Same team. All I'm doing is switching up the lead. I'm going to try the full run this time. So far, Gorilla Man's the only one that was sizably less at 1.8 million before the first roar. And I did try him 2 or 3 times. I kept getting the rotation messed up. Hello, Sully. Yes, hello. All right. So, same thing. I'm going to do my rotation for now. And I'm going to do the full run. There's the 2 million. So we had a delay, 2.3. It's the same. All 3 of those leads were the same. 60% physical, 45% physical, and She-Hulk's damage dealt 65%, and I'm getting the same score before the first roar. I don't get that. It doesn't make sense to me. But like I said, I'm going to do the full run this time. Ooh, that sucked. He interrupted my 4 there. All right, 7.2 million. 7.2 to 7.3 million is about what I'm averaging on most runs. So you're saying that you wouldn't hold tier 3. So where would you use tier 3? If tier 3 is there and 5 is there, do 6, cancel 5. If 5 is not ready but 6 and 4 are, do 6, 4. Yeah, I can get you over 8 million like this. Mix in 6, 5, 6, 4. Okay, we can give that a shot. All right, so check this out. Let's try the same thing, but we won't hold tier 3. If tier 3 is ready, we'll use tier 3. So right there, it's ready, right? So tier 3, 4. Damn, that got interrupted. So the same score there by not holding it, but you know, we'll work with it. So far not holding my tier 3 at all. As soon as my tier 3 is ready, I'm using it with my 4 or 5 like you suggested. Yeah, I think I got 7.5 or 7.5 once, but that did give me there 250,000 or so. 55 seconds, you could have done 6-4 again. You'd have been closer to 3. If you have to kite for 1 second, kite to line up 6-4. Start over. So I got stuck holding that 1. Could have done 6-4 at 230. Try first, assuming 3 runs will show an improvement if you don't hold tier 3. Potentially. I could definitely get much closer to 8. But. My main thing was, so if I take out She-Hulk's leadership, and let's say I do the full run Even though I get a little team up here, so I do get a little bit of bonus for the sword and fist. That's for himself. That's for himself. So the only thing I'm getting is increased defenses and extra hit points, right? So this score should be sizably less than 7.3 million to 7. Cool. Well, we can try to improve my score here in a second. Like I said, the main thing I want to show here is by using the same rotation that I've been using, there shouldn't be that big of a difference. Or, I mean, there should be a big difference. It shouldn't be about the same score. So again, there's 2 million before the first roar. It's only 100,000 less so far. Like why? Should it really be that close with She-Hulk's lead compared to Swordmaster's leadership? If She-Hulk's lead is affecting him at all? Now watch, I'll do the full run this time, and I'll do it in my really weird way of holding on to tier 3. I understand why you would suggest not to. I'm also not using the Awakening skill because I don't want to give an unfair advantage, but I have a feeling if I do use the team-up bonus here, it probably would jack my score up much higher. Oops, oof. Man, he's just not letting me have a good day, is he? Alright, well. That should jack up my score right there since I got interrupted twice now. Alright. 6.7 million, though, to 7.3 million with the same rotation. Not the other one that you had me doing. That seems very close. So in this case, it was like, I don't know, 4 million different, 400,000 difference. Does that make sense? But focus on chilling for 6-4 at times. No point in doing one run and then changing. Last run, you could have passed 8 with 6-4 when able, mixing in 6-5. So, like, I've tried stuff like that before. So just make sure it's not the lead problem, just in case. Even though, again, I feel like that's really close in the damage. I feel like that 65% damage, it just doesn't feel like it's applying. Three, 5, 6. I'm sorry, 3, 6, 4. 6, 4. 6, 4. Because of the proc. 2 million. That's actually less than I was doing before. Proc is up, so I'll switch to 4. Use it with my 5 that time. I don't know why my 6 didn't fire off there. Restart. Right. That happens a lot. That's what I'm saying. Like, this whole pushing for 6-4 doesn't seem to work. Yeah, already lower. Anytime I try to focus on any other rotation, I am not able to break 2.3. Maximum damage that I can do is this. 3, cancel 4, let 4 finish playing out. And then do 5, let 5 finish playing out. That can pretty much almost break 400k every time. That right there, that rotation. 3, full 4, full 5 seems to do the most damage. And I've tried to keep that up. That's gotten me close to 2.4 before, but it's inconsistent. It's always inconsistent. Proc-based Garbo. Hits on 4 are slow. Ew. They are. They're very slow. Yeah, I'm just having you test stuff. Skip Chi Mwahaha. Yeah, no, that's my point. It's like he's very inconsistent. He's inconsistent with his procking and his rotation, and when it triggers the proc, I've tried kiting before. I've tried all sorts of mix-up things, but here's, like I said, the biggest problem I have is, let's see, so again, if I have someone who has no leadership at all, there you go, Hulkling, right? Like, you would imagine, having no leadership whatsoever, that I shouldn't be able to score anywhere near it, and I feel like the leadership stuff is messed up. I feel like he does the best when you spam all of his skills on a regular basis and hit as often as humanly possible. That's where I feel like you get the most damage out of Shang Chi. Seriously, like 6.7, 6.8, no leadership. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Unless She-Hulk's leadership really only means an extra 300k, 400k. I mean, is that really all her leadership does? That's why I do the rotation the way I do. Like, you're almost constantly doing damage. Your procs aren't landing right. If your procs landed right within the rotation I did, you are constantly attacking with special skills. So this here, right, increases chain damage by 90% for 13 full seconds. Or is that the cooldown? Is that every 13 seconds? I wonder if I did a 6, 3, 4, let 4 finish and let 5 finish, what that would do. 80% chance to penetrate super armor, blah, 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 all that. Invincibility. Increase basic damage by 150 for 1 attack. Enables attacking enemies who have activated ignore targeting, and then increase all basic attacks by 90%. It's a huge buff there. This is, I wish, if you could cycle this properly, it's a 20-second cooldown. It does 0.9% increase critical rate, all basic attacks increase, each 1 accumulated damage proportional to max accumulated damage. And I'm wondering if that would stack with authority. But that only randomly pops in there every 20 seconds. A flying kick just resets. The bow staff strike does paralysis, but it's just an attack, so technically 2 and 1 aren't needed. 1's just needed for reset 5. Recover, invincibility, super armor, increase all basic defenses, reflects 80% of damage. That's why he's so good in PvP. Here, incapacitation for 3 seconds. Ignore target's dodge by 100%. Chance for immunity to all damage. So mostly what 4 does is it ignores dodge, right? I mean, what else is it really doing? Incapacitation and ignore dodge is the only reason to use 4. This is what 5 does. It does burn damage. So it's burning. It stuns, incapacitation, and increases all basic attacks for 6 seconds. 6 seconds. Then you have this one here, which is your passive. This is the flying kick that resets 5, which is your staff of punishment. And then he has his leadership. So that's why I was thinking that I focus more on the 5. I wonder if Judgment would play well with him. Because of burn. Probably not. It's probably not worth testing. Did miss here that people said his 6 has to be delayed to get the buff, or is that just animations on? So I actually experimented with some of this. Let's try it here. Odd that your highest score was that one run you mixed in 6-4. Usually has to be with where the procs land. So watch the skills in the top left corner, right? Boom. Both of them apply instantaneously. And then you have 2 more that'll come in after a while. So now let's wait till they're gone. Now watch this 5. So 2 of them pop in right away. That's it. There's just the 2 buffs. They instantly hit. Now let's try 4. After that's gone. 4 gives 4 buffs. And actually one of this is that Rising Spirit that's random. So let me try that again now that it's been 20 seconds, right? Let me try it again. So here's 4. 2 buffs. That's it. Endless Attack, which is the Ignore Dodge, and that 100%. Yeah. So those instantly apply. Instantly, which means you can do it right away. I know, but I want to talk about all of them. So let's do 6 here in a second. I want to make sure nothing else pops in. All right, so those are all gone. Now let's use 6, and we'll see how quickly the buffs pop in. Ready? Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That last one there was there for a second, and then it goes away. But they all instantly happen, pretty much. All right, let's try this again. And this time I'll interrupt it with 1. So you can see everything pretty much happens right away, besides for that 1 buff. It all happens instantaneously. So whatever that 1 buff is, I don't know what that 1 buff is. That's there for a few seconds, but let's charge it back up. And let's wait a second to see if that buff needs to sit there so it pops in. I don't even know which one it is, honestly. That. Oh, that's just the hit point recovery. That's it. So yeah, everything else instantly applies. So yeah, you can instantly cancel tier 3. I don't know. I've also tried to add in an extra 1. The kick, you can actually slam the kick in there multiple times. That seems to do pretty good. I've tried letting 3 finish. Because he does attacks at the end of 3. So I've tried that. I've tried going up and doing 3. Let 3 hit. Do a 1, 5. Slam. 1, 4. Then I do my 2. 1 again. 3. Let 3 finish. 5. Yeah. All the different stuff that I've done, the 1 rotation I showed you seems to do the best. I've also tried to focus on making sure that the proc is up, that I instantly do 4 or 5 whenever the proc is up, regardless of what skill I'm on or where I am at in the rotation. And that also doesn't seem to be doing very well. I guarantee I've already spent about 3 million gold on this. Trying again and again and again.